play till age 45, but yesterday he said he'd, quote, definitely consider playing past that point. We're now joined by Hall of Famer and Fox NFL analyst Eric Dickerson. Eric, it is great to see you. And unfortunately, I'm not going to ever let you forget this because you have called Brady an old-ass man. You know, I know that it was before those comments were made, but is he delusional for wanting to play 3 more years?
Well, I'll still say this. He's an old man for football. And all of us know that on the pound. But come on, let's be for real. For sure. There's no doubt about that. But you know what? He's playing great football. And the thing is, he plays the quarterback position. This is a totally different position than any position on the field. You can't hit the quarterback, especially you can't hit Tom Brady. There's no doubt about that. But the game has changed so much. I mean, but I think the great thing about Tom Brady is that he can read a defense so fast. I mean, he's like having an offensive coordinator on the field. You know, we always say that players know what's going on the field, and he's that guy that really knows what's going on the field. And they've given him so many more weapons. I mean, he has Mike Evans, he has Chris Godwin, he has Scotty Miller, he has Leonard Fournette. I mean, so they've given him a lot of weapons, and I got to give Tom Brady credit for this. He sacrificed his own pay, you know, to have players around him pretty much his whole career, especially when he became the Tom Brady that we know. But for sure, I think that he could play till he's 45, but I'll say it again. The position that he played, quarterback, most definitely. And, you know, if you ask, I think, any quarterback, I just asked my friend Rodney Peete this last week. I said, Rodney, can you still throw the ball, you know, 50, 60 yards? He said, yeah. But, you know, that arm, it's really their arm strength what it comes down to, you know, and can he take a hit? And Tom, you're not going to hit Tom that much anyway. And his arm strength is he'll be able to throw a football 50, 60 yards when he's 65 years old. That's how quarterbacks are. But if he had to run, he's never been mobile. So, you know, we know that, but like I say, he's like having an offensive coordinator on the field, so most definitely he can play these 45. But I'll say that to say this. He's still an old man for football, but he's playing great football.
Go ahead, Skip.
So, Eric, when I watched Tom say this live yesterday, I told Shannon it made me laugh out loud at Shannon, but I also thought of you, Eric Dickerson, because both you guys are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I think it just eats at you that this guy is still going strong. He's in the Super Bowl at 43, and he's talking about, hey, maybe I go to 46 or 47. And it eats at you because it's just shattering the mold. It's like it's hard to make peace with it because you guys were forced to. You were 35. Mm-hmm. How old were you, Eric, when you had to stop?
33.
God. Unbelievable, because your position took that out of you. And it still takes it out of you today because you're not like the healthiest guy right now because you have your back issues, and it all came from you died for the cause when you play.
Yep.
Okay? So that's why I think about you guys. I hurt for you guys. But this guy is a one and only because he says, I'm all in. He doesn't really like to do anything else outside of his family except obsess with football. Like Shannon says, Eric, he just got sick and tired of the meetings, the drudgery of it, getting ready mentally for every game. This guy's still on fire with it, and I've never seen anything like it, and I'm not sure we're going to ever see anything quite like it again. I'm not sure.
Well, Skip, I'll say this. Think about this here. Imagine if Tom Brady would have told you that he wants to play till he's 45 or 46 and he was 33 years old. If he'd have said that then, you're like, oh, that sounds crazy.
Well, they would have called him crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
But now he's 43 and he's talking about playing to 45, 46. So now it seems feasible. I mean, it would be like if any other player said that, you know, that I want to play till I'm 45 and he says 26, you're like, man, you're not going to play that long. You know, and so Tom Brady's there and he's doing it. So that's what makes it so great. And I think, you know, like I said, he's playing at a high level. You know, he's putting his team at the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl that I don't think anybody thought it. I didn't think it would happen this year. I really didn't. I said his first year, no. I said I think he'll play good football because he's Tom Brady. But I didn't think he'd be in the Super Bowl.
Wait, somebody on Undisputed thought that, but go ahead. That's just
because here's Tom Brady's stand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, you're right, Ed. But if you look at it, even if Tom Brady had said this at 37, Aaron Rodgers is 37. Can you imagine Aaron Rodgers saying, I'm going to play till I'm 45? That's another 8 years. But like ED says, 2 years from now, that seems realistic because we are, all intents and purposes, I think there's a 95% chance that he comes back and play next year. So that way, unless something cataclysmic happens, hopefully it doesn't, he has one more. But to say 45 when you're in your mid-30s, That's a whole different ball game.
You realize his father, about 5 years ago, was quoted, I think, in the New York Times as saying, they're going to have to put a straitjacket on my son and drag him off the field to make him stop. Okay?
Yeah, he not walking away, Skip.
Okay, but the point is right now, he doesn't even need to think about walking away because I personally, I don't know about you, but I don't see decline. I don't see skills declining. I see him operating at just as high a level as he ever has.
Well, LeBron, you remember LeBron tweeted, I will play, I'm going to jump until the wheels fall off, just like Tom Brady go play football till the wheels fall off. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to drag LeBron. They're going to have to drag Tom Brady up there. Because, Skip, now, he doesn't say, well, me and my family, my wife and I, will sit down and discuss it. He says, I'll know.
Okay.
Giselle is basically giving up that fight. She said, you know what, I'm going to fight about something else. Maybe we go on a couple of extra vacations in the offseason.
I got that. But there's no shame in the way he performed this year because he threw 40 touchdowns.
Right.
And he's looking around at a young Mike Evans and a young Chris Godwin and a very young Scotty Miller. Right. I know Gronk is getting to the end of the line, but Cameron Brate's pretty good, and O.J. Howard is going to come back. So is he not set up?
Well, if you see what he did, Skip, as he got later in New England, he transitioned away from being OTAs. So he spent a little bit more time with his family. So that was a give and take. Giselle says, okay, you want to come back and play? Well, I'm going to need more time on vacation with the family. Tom says, oh, I can do that. I'm sure he'll pass that along. Hey, B.A., I ain't going to be here for it's going to be interesting to see what the COVID protocols, how it goes moving forward. But there's a good chance he's going to be in Monaco or somewhere else on vacation.
He will be. Eric, do you see any decline in Brady's skills?
No, I really don't. I mean, you really don't. I mean, he can throw the ball just like he did 5 years ago. I mean, probably not he did when he was in his 20s for sure, but I mean, no. And like I said earlier, Skip, he's like having an offensive coordinator on the field. He doesn't need help. He doesn't need you to be in his ear to tell you what to do. You know, he's that guy. He knows what to do. When he sees the defense, they're trying to blitz me right now. They're trying to disguise it, but I see it right away. That's the great thing about Tom Brady. And Chen, I think both of us can attest to this. You know, football is really like it's a kid sport. It really is. It's a game. You know, and you want to play that game as long as you can. And if you can play it at a high level, why stop playing? I mean, I guarantee you, Tom Brady, he loves football. I mean, he loves it just as much as he did the day he started. Especially now, he's back in the Super Bowl where he's been so many times. I mean, why would he want to stop? I mean, he wouldn't want to stop after this year. Look, I went to the Super Bowl. Let's do it again.
I think the thing that it's going to be hard to see if Tom's declining because he has such a plethora of talent around him. ED would have been the equivalent of you being 33 and you had that young Rams offensive line blocking for you. You might have wanted to keep playing till you were 30, 35, 36 when they opened the holes like that. But like you said, but we played different positions. It was a lot more physical. We just couldn't go down. You throw us the ball, we see a guy coming to hit us. We just couldn't fall on the ground, ED. We had to try to run through that.
Yeah, we couldn't slide.
No, ain't no sliding. You play any position other than the quarterback.
All right, so Eric, speaking of Brady, they're a 3.5-point underdog to Kansas City, obviously the reigning champ. What shot do you give Brady and the Bucs to win this game Sunday evening?
Oh, man, I give him you pick him. I mean, it really is because of the guy, Tom Brady, because of him. But Tom Brady makes everyone play that much better. He makes you play at a high level. You know, when he comes on the field, guys that never played with Tom Brady, had seen Tom Brady from a distance, had, heard about Tom Brady when they were kids, and they're on the field playing with him. They don't want to let Tom Brady down. They're like, hey, Tom Brady's here. He's been to, 10 Super Bowls? This is 10 Super Bowl. I want to play great. You know, I think about the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs have so many weapons. I mean, they have so much speed on that football team. But you know what? That's why we play the game. You know, you can't say, well, you're going to win it for sure, or this team's going to win it for sure. So I give them, I mean, I'll say, it's a you pick them. Whoever you like, you take. My pick, you want to know what my pick is?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think they have too many weapons. I think they got too much going on over there. I mean, and I got to say, my cousin, he's over there too, so I got to go. That's my main reason for going with it.
Who is that?
Ricky Seals-Jones. He's with Kansas City.
Tight end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tight end.
Okay. So you going high score, medium score?
I think He's like having an offensive coordinator on the field. He doesn't need help. He doesn't need you to be in his ear to tell you what to do. You know, he's that guy. He knows what to do. When he sees the defense, they're trying to blitz me right now. They're trying to disguise it, but I see it right away. That's the great thing about Tom Brady. And Chen, I think both of us can attest to this. You know, football is really like it's a kid sport. It really is. It's a game. You know, and you want to play that game as long as you can. And if you can play it at a high level,